All right, good morning, everyone. So today is today is uh, today is Thursday, marks another trading day for the week. So let's get into today's market analysis. So on today's market analysis, the first pair on the list is Euro USD. So this week or I haven't done any analysis, so I'm going to do a couple of pairs so we hold for the coming week or for the rest of the week. So the first pair on the list is Euro USD. And on Euro USD, I have my 3 month upper zone here, 3 month midway zone here, and the 3 month lower zone here. So on Euro USD, I'm starting for the 3 month time frame. Like I said in the previous video, we are going to go into the upper higher time frame like the 3 months. That's where we are going to start to look at the bigger picture. Okay, so on the 3 months time frame, Euro USD is in a bullish trend. We are looking at a bullish market because after price drop to this 3 month low here, you could see the buying pressure coming in and pushing price all the way to the upside. So we are expecting Euro USD to move all the way, tapping into the 3 month midway zone. And if there's a possibility, it will break or it will drop to the downside. But until then, we are going to be looking for buying opportunities from here all the way tapping into this zone. So let's go through the other time frames and see what price is doing. So here on the monthly time frame, I have my monthly upper zone here, my monthly lower zone here. So if you watch the previous video on Euro USD, uh, okay, so on Euro USD, you could see that price has broken out of the monthly upper zone. We are seeing price pushing to the upside. So this confirms that on what I said on the 3 month time frame, that we are moving all the way to the upper time frame. Sorry, to the upper zone, which is the midway, 3 months midway zone here. So if you watch the previous video on Euro USD, I said since price has broken out of the zone, we have to wait for a retest before we take the buy. And if you go to the lower time frame, you see the exact retest. So let's go to the weekly. Okay, so here on the weekly, I have my weekly upper zone here, my weekly lower zone here. So the rate test which I said on Euro USD was this, and we are seeing it on the weekly time frame. The break to the upside, the rate test, we can see the strong buying pressure coming in this week. So far, we have not been able to catch this buy on Euro USD, but we are hoping to catch it anytime soon. Either this week or next week, we'll be catching this strong buy all the way to the upside, even though we've not been able to catch this. So let's go to the daily, then to the 4 hour, and we prepare for an entry. So on the daily time frame, there's really not much to say, just what we saw on the weekly. So let's go to the 4 hour and prepare ourselves. So here on the 4 hour, I have my 4 hour lower zone here. So this was why we were not able to catch the buy on Euro USD. We took a sell all the way to this zone and it hit our TP around here. If you watch the previous video, this was the exact same we took and it was massive. It was massive. So and why we didn't take the main reason why we didn't take the buy was because of this 4 hour zone, this 4 hour resistance right here. It was a very strong resistance. So we were waiting to see if price will either drop or react to it. Sorry, either price will react to it or break to the upside. So since price has been able to break to the upside, we have to wait for a retest with our entry confirmation. Then we buy on Euro USD all the way to the upside. So on Euro USD, we are going to be waiting for a retest all the way to the 4-hour breakout zone, a confirmation, then we pick our entry all the way to the upside on Euro USD. So on Euro USD, anticipate a buy which you will be taking very soon. Anticipate a buy which we will be taking very soon. So if you are watching this video, this will be how we pick the buy on Euro USD. So yeah, that's it on Euro USD. Let's move on to the next pair. So the next pair on the list is CADJPY. The next pair on the list is CADJPY. So on CADJPY, we are starting from the 3-month time frame, and I have my 3-month upper zone and my 3-month lower zone. So on CADJPY from the 3-month time frame, we are looking at a downtrend. And we have a very price on CADJPY from the 3-month time frame is ranging. You are looking at a ranging market. So since price is moving in the ranging market, you have tapped into the monthly upper zone. You are expecting price to sell all the way to the monthly lower zone again. So on CADJPY, we are looking at a selling market. So we are going to be looking for selling opportunities as we go through the lower time frames. So let's go to the monthly. Okay, so on the monthly time frame, I have my monthly upper zone here, my monthly lower zone here. So on the monthly time frame, like I said earlier, we are looking at a bearish market. So we are going to be looking for selling opportunities. So there's really not much to say on the monthly time frame. So let's go to the weekly time frame. So here on the weekly time frame, I have my weekly upper zone here, my weekly lower zone here. So on the weekly time frame, we are just seeing the exact same structure we saw on the monthly time frame. So let's just go to the daily and see what okay, so the daily looks nice. So this is the daily time frame on CADJPY. So we have the daily zone here. You could see price dropping to the downside. So let's go to the 4-hour and prepare for an entry on CADJPY. So on the 4-hour time frame, I have my 4-hour upper zone here, my 4-hour lower zone here. So on the 4-hour time frame, we all see that from the 3 months all the way to the 4-hour, we are looking at a bearish market. So here on CADJPY, this is what you are going to be waiting for. Because of this strong support zone here, we are going to be waiting for CADJPY to break out of the support zone, comes back for a retest before we sell all the way to the downside on CADJPY. So this is how you are going to pick an entry on CADJPY. After the retest, wait for a confirmation, then we pick our sell all the way to the downside on CADJPY. Because of this strong support, this 4-hour support is very strong. So there's a possibility that price will see buying pressure from here and push to the upside. We don't know yet. So for us to be safe, we have to wait for price to break out of that zone before we pick an entry on CADJPY. So yeah, that's it on CADJPY. Let's move on to the next pair on the list. So the next pair on the list is USDCHF. USDCHF. So on USDCHF, I'm going to start from the monthly time frame, dropping all the way to the down to the lower time frame with the possibility of getting a good entry. Okay, so on the monthly time frame, I have my monthly upper zone here, midway zone here, and my monthly lower zone here. So on USDCHF from the monthly time frame, we are looking at a bearish trend because previously price was ranging here, strong buying pressure from this resistance, strong selling pressure from this resistance and strong buying pressure from this resistance until price broke out of the zone currently, and we are looking at a bearish market, or we are looking at a breakout. So if you watch the previous recording on USDCHF, I said since price has broken out of the monthly zone, we have to wait for a retest to the monthly breakout zone before we look for a selling opportunity. So since if you go to the lower time frame, you see that price has actually done the retest. So we are going to be looking for selling opportunity as we go through the lower time frames. Okay, so let's move on to the weekly. Yeah, so here we are on the weekly, and I have my weekly upper zone here, my weekly lower zone here. So on the weekly time frame, like I said on the monthly price, was the breakout. This was a strong zone. So after price broke out of the zone, it came back for a retest at the exact zone, and we see the selling pressure coming in. We see the selling pressure coming in. So why we didn't take why we haven't taken a sell on USDCHF yet, as we go to the lower time frame, I'll explain. So let's go to the daily. So here on the daily, we are seeing the exact same structure we saw on the weekly. So let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, so here on the 4 hour time frame. So here is where we pick our entry. So on the 4 hour, I have my 4 hour upper zone here, my 4 hour lower zone here. So from the 4 hour time frame, since we know we are looking for selling opportunity, we are going to be looking for a selling opportunity on the 4 hour. So from the 4 hour time frame, why we haven't picked an entry on USDCHF yet is because I was waiting for price to break out of this support zone or a resistance made support and now becomes a resistance again. Previously, price was ranging here. Let me know. Price was ranging here. So there was strong selling pressure from this resistance and strong buying pressure from this resistance. Then price managed to break to the upside. So so if you watch closely, there was a high chance there was a high chance that price will see gets buying pressure from this zone and continue moving to the upside. So what I was waiting for is to see that price breaks out of the zone to the downside, comes back for a retest before we take the sell. And price has broken out of the zone. So what you have to wait for is to wait for price to come back for a retest with a candle confirmation, which will be the reason why we'll be picking an entry on USDCHF. on USDCHF. So on USDCHF, this is what you are going to be waiting for to pick an entry all the way to the downside. So we are going to wait for price to come back for a retest with an entry confirmation before we sell on USDCHF on USDCHF. So let's look at the next pair on the list. Okay, so this is gold. Gold has so gold is just, let's look at the next pair on the list is gold. Even though we are already in a trade on gold, so if you are in the Telegram community, I believe you are also in this exact trade. First, it was it been if it has been back to back on gold, because previously we took a sell on gold and we closed about 2000 plus pips, and currently we are also in another swing buy on gold. We are targeting the previous high. We are targeting the previous high. So if you are also in the free Telegram community, I know definitely you are also in this trade. And if you also want to join the Telegram community, the link will be in the description. You can just click on it and join the Telegram group straight away. So let's look on gold. And on gold, I'm going to start from the daily time frame, because as you go through the low, if you go to the higher time frame, you are just seeing one trend. You're just seeing a trend, like an uptrend. So on gold, we know gold is bullish. You're not going to be looking for selling or any other thing. You're just going to be looking for buying. So since you know what is on the weekly and on the monthly, we just start from the daily, because the daily makes a lot of sense. The daily makes a lot of sense. So on the daily time frame, I have my daily upper zone here, my daily lower zone here. So on the daily time frame, you all could agree that after price drop, which I said in the previous video, and I gave the signal also in that video. So it's after we took the sell all the way to this zone, we are expecting price to go, and a possibility of breaking, of creating a new all-time high, a new all-time high. So here on the daily, we are looking for buying opportunity. So as here we are on the here we are on the 4 hour time frame, and on the 4 hour, we could all agree that we are also looking for the exact same thing, because here is our first buy on gold, and we are already at our first target. Price has already hit our first target of about, let me see, wow, 1600 pips. We are targeting about 26,000 points, which is 2,600 plus pips. So here on gold, since I have my 4 hour upper zone here, midway zone here, and the lower zone here. So on gold on the 4 hour time frame, we are going to be looking for buying opportunity. So since price has broken out of the midway zone, we are going to wait for price to come back for a retest at the midway zone like this, an entry confirmation, then we buy gold all the way to the upside. And if price fails to drop, if price, this is where we'll be picking the first entry on gold. But if you've been trading gold for a while, you should know gold for this. There's a possibility that gold will just continue flying, breaking out of this resistance without coming back for a pullback. So, sorry. In case where gold does that, it doesn't come back for a retest but rather breaks out of the zone, you are going to be waiting for another buy like this with an entry confirmation. So We just wait for price. Since price has broken here, we just wait for a retest with an entry confirmation, then we take the second buy on gold, just like that. So that's how you are going to treat gold for this week and the upcoming week. And also, if you are also in this trade, congratulations, you just made yourself a huge amount of money. I made some, I made a lot, and I'm guessing you also made a lot. So that'll be it on today's pre-market analysis. If you haven't joined the Telegram channel, the link will be in the description. And also, before I end the video, we have an upcoming class. We have a class coming up which is completely free. We'll be teaching you a beginner's guide on forex trading, what forex trading is all about and what we do. It's a beginner's guide. You don't have to pay anyone to join. It's completely free, just like the Telegram group where we provide signals. So if you also want to join, I'll leave the link also in the description. Just click on it and join. So when I put in the description, I'll let you guys know which one is the signal group and which one is for the class. So the free class is coming up next month. Coming up next month because this month has already come to an end. So we've shifted it to next month. So we'll be starting next month. Next month. So you have the time to join. You just have to click on the link, join and be active. Be active and learn for free. Learn forex trading for free. You won't get this anywhere. Even though we from Podoski Ventures Trading Academy, we charge. We charge a beginner's guide. We charge for the beginners to advanced course. It costs you $200, $100. And if you want a one-on-one class, you don't want to be in a class of others, you just want to do it one-on-one with a mentor from a professional mentor from the academy. All you have to do is pay an amount of $300, which is a cool price or it's very cheap. Just pay that amount and it's really affordable. $300 is affordable if you want a one-on-one class. So you just pay and join the group. Sorry, join the mentorship which will be given to you one-on-one by a professional mentor. So what you just have to do is click on the link in the description and join the free class which will be coming up next month. I'm not sure you want to miss it. I'm not sure you want to miss it. So the class is coming up next month. The link will be in the description. And this will be the end of today's pre-market analysis. And peace.